Hey guys, I just released this asset on the Unity Asset Store. It's my TMG for Integrity Made Games editor tools package. It's a complete suite that allows you to have some editor tools that make using Unity a lot easier. So for instance, you have a player prefs viewer, which is similar to like some other player pref editors on the Unity market, but it's a little bit different. The player prefs viewer is not an editor, it's more of a viewer and lets you view all the player prefs in your scripts and your assets folder. It doesn't actually look into your registry though, so it lets you edit the values and view them, but you can't add or remove them from the player prefs viewer. Also, it comes with a script content search tool. This is probably my most useful tool out of all. You can set it to search your assets folder or set it to something like a scripts folder just by setting the folder path. Whatever you search, it will look for. It basically works like the Finder from Mac. So if I search for something like debug, we'll find all of the scripts that have debug inside of the script contents. And I can make it case sensitive if I want. So I can do debug, see .log, and then it will show all the scripts that have that, and then you can find them by pressing the find button. So a really great finding tool, really great for efficiency and not having to open every single script and figure out where you wrote some code. And the next tool is the snap to ground tool. I guess I need to make a bit of a 3D scene here to explain this tool. So what are we in? 2D mode? There we go. So the snap to ground tool is pretty simple. It just finds the nearest collider beneath the object you are trying to snap to ground. So if I take this and go to Tools, Snap to Ground, it will snap it to ground, or I can press Ctrl G and it will move the transform position to the ground. It's not exactly like a perfect way to get things at equal ground distance, but if you're working with lots of different like points and stuff and you're moving them across the map and you want to snap them all to ground, like it's got its uses. It just, trust me, it's got its uses when you're making big maps. We have the window resizer, which is just a phenomenal tool here because you can take your game view or your scene view, but I like to take my game view. And you want to move it into its own separate window, and that way it can be resized by the window resizer. So you can set it to use half resolution if you need to, if you have a smaller monitor, or you can just enter custom resolution, or you can use some of the standard resolutions that are set up. So if we set it to 29 by 9, I'll set it to half so it doesn't take up my full screen. We can now say I have a canvas or something in my scene. And so say you're trying to like double check your anchors, like I'm gonna go ahead and leave this last one in the wrong spot. We can, switch the sizes and we'll notice, uh-oh, something's wrong here. Our anchors are all off. So switch it and correct the anchors that are in the wrong position. So this is like one way you can get your game set up for tons of different resolutions. Well, not resolution, tons of different aspect ratios. Just a good way to test and make sure your aspect ratios are accurate. So if you've ever been tired of your debugs just not having colors, voila, colored debugs. And it's very simple and easy to get it to work. All you do is call the static debug C class and do log error warning, the string you want, and then the color you want. So we'll do blue for this one. And voila, you can see it's hard to read, but it is nonetheless blue. So that's a way to get your debug log to have colors too. Then there's one last tool. I guess I need to update it because I forgot to put it on the tools menu. So you'll go to window to find this, and it's the editor timer, and that will start a timer as long as the editor window is open. So even if you're viewing a different window, it will keep going, but as soon as you close it, it will stop the timer. So you need to keep the window open for the timer to keep going. So open the, that's right, go to window and open the editor timer. And I'm gonna do an update right now to move it to the TMG editor toolbar. But that's it. This is a complete suite, awesome suite for workflow. Please download it. It's free. Don't cost you a dime. See you later.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any more future videos.